Welcome back again to Joe Stunner Boxing. I want to talk about Frank Warren and his stable of fighters, specifically the heavyweights, because a lot has been made of, the fact that he signed up all these heavyweights and he completely dominates the heavyweight division. It's almost reaching the point, maybe not quite this high, but with Don King in the 80s when he signed up all the heavyweights, and this continued into the early 90s, where he was the dominant promoter when it came to heavyweight boxing. In fact, when it came to boxing in general, really, although Bob Arum and Top Rank was certainly around and they were at force as well. But let's have a look at the heavyweights that are on the Queensbury roster, because I'm beginning to think, are there too many sweets in the bag? How's he going to match all these guys? Unless he does it as co-promotions with, I don't know. Well, put it this way, Gerald Anderson's with Top Rank. That's about the only one. Wilder's still floating around. I don't know who you could match him with. There aren't many leading heavyweight. There are some. Jagba. Frank Sanchez is probably going to come back, despite having that defeat. Ajit Kabayel's floating around, and he as well. But let's go through the heavyweights that are on the Queensbury, or in the Queensbury stable. Because there's a lot of them. Okay, so we've got obviously Tyson Fury and Daniel Dubois are the current top two. Fury hasn't got a belt, but of course he's got the rematch with Usyk in 10 days time, 9 days time now. Daniel Dubois, the IBF heavyweight champion. Frank and Queensbury also have a stake along with Gold Star Promotions for Joseph Parker. So he's with the Queensburys. Parker is very good friends with Tyson Fury, and the Fury clans, so probably that connection may have come through Fury. Likewise, Zhilei Zhang is with Queensbury, another foreign heavyweight. Joe Joyce is still there. He's still got a contract with Queensbury. Derek Chisora was signed up to finish his career with Queensbury. Fabio Wardley, British and Commonwealth champ. He's a Queensbury fighter, coming off that fantastic victory over Fraser Clark in the rematch. Moses Atauma, currently 10 wins, no draws, no defeats. He's got one of those IBF, or the WBO, I think, intercontinental thing, or whatever the hell it is. But might well be the biggest, or the blue chip heavyweight prospect in world boxing. Fantastic talent. Lawrence Okoli came back at the weekend, weighing all of 260 pounds, which was alarming. He's with Queensbury. David Adelaide scored a fantastic win over Solomon Dakers, 1-round knockout, single punch, left hook, great punch, great win. Solomon Dakers himself still with Queensbury. Frank's also he also signed Vladislav Serenko, who is currently 22 wins with 19 KOs, no draws and no defeats. Definitely a heavyweight talent out there. And he's even got a couple of heavyweights, Boma Brown, who's 5-0 at the moment, young heavyweight, and Lewis Williams, who's just had the one professional victory, or who was the 2022 Commonwealth Games gold medalist. So, Frank, as normal, with Queensbury building that stable for the next generation, even though he's, the sweetie bag is bulging with goodies currently. And of course, that's just the heavyweights. So, but who would you match him up with? Surely he can't keep getting all of these guys work. Now, for example, Dakers lost to Adelaide. So just off the top of my head, what would he do with Solomon Dakers? Would he feed him to Atama, maybe? He hasn't got the English title anymore. That's Adelaide's got that. What about Adelaide? Don't forget, we've got Adelaide, English champ now. Would he challenge Fabio Wardley? Probably not. What? Because they fought before, and Wardley got the 7th-round knockout victory. But Wardley would probably give up the British and Commonwealth, leaving Adelaide to move forwards, maybe fight for a vacant belt against an Atauma. Lawrence Okoli's he does actually have a higher ranking with the WBC, inexplicably. So he wouldn't go down to British level, I don't think. He wants world level. Joe Joyce, Does he really want to carry on at British level? Or maybe he'd go in with a Talma. Maybe they could match him with Adelaide or Dacres. Derek Chisora, we kind of know what's going to happen with him for his last two. Well, we know what's going to happen with his last fight in London, but he's going to have a 50th over in Africa. So what are they planning for him there? I don't know. I honestly don't know. And then you've got Josie Parker challenging Daniel Dubois. Fury's got Usyk again. Zhang, there was talk of him fighting Caballel. That's off. And so there's all this. Look, and as you know, if you've watched this channel before, I don't care about defeats. Now, I know that there can be good, defeats where your stock can actually rise, or there can be very bad defeats, like the one suffered by Solomon Dacres against Adelaide. That was a very bad defeat. On the other hand, you could say, well, he just caught me cold, knocked me out. No problem. It's like Fraser Clark when he got blitzed by Wardley. He was like, yeah, I got clipped. He did to me what I would have done to him. Fair play, And it happened in the first round, which is bad, but that's the way it is. That's life. Even bad defeats like that, if you stay dedicated, you can come again. I mean, I think Fraser's got more talent than Solomon Dacres has. But Dacres, he's been an English champ. He can maybe wait for Adelaide to move on to the British, perhaps, and then fight for the English. But I've got a feeling he might get fed to someone like an Atalma. It's difficult to see where he goes from here. The others can be manoeuvred. I mean, of course, a few of them won't be around forever. Derek Chisora's coming to the end of his career. Joyce is pushing 40. Fury can't have many fights left, although there are still probably some big events left. Dubois is still young. Dubois is probably in this stable, when you consider the longevity, Dubois is probably at the top of the tree. I mean, Fury is the big cash cow. But the age he is and the fact that he hasn't got many fights left, we think, I mean, he's 34, 1-1 at the moment. Even if he was to lose to Usyk, they could still make an AJ fight. But after that, is there much left? I think Dubois is at only 27. He's got years left, especially if he takes care of Parker. Zhang is 40. I mean, the future is obviously a Talma. I would say the present is Dubois and possibly Fury. The future is a Talma. And then you've got people like Adelaide and a Coley, even though he is the age he is, because it's a new division for him, where the jury is sort of still out. Wardley's an interesting one. I'd say he can. See, if I was Wardley, I'd be looking for the EBU title. He's won British and Commonwealth. I'd go down the EBU route. That would free up the Commonwealth and the British. Talma could pick one of those up, maybe a fight with Adelaide. Yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, I'm kind of repeating myself. This is all just off the top of my head, but let me know what you think. I mean, do you think that Frank and Queensbury have got too many heavyweights? It's almost like you're spoilt for choice. You could argue, well, you can never have too much of a good thing. But of course, it's keeping them all happy because they're all going to want opportunities. So which paths is he going to take them down? Do you know what I mean? It's important especially if you're like an Akoli who is in his 30s now. He's going to want opportunities pretty quick. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. And yeah, thank you as always for watching the video. If you can subscribe, that'd be fantastic. And also hit the like button because it's free and you're spreading the love. But I'm looking forward to reading your comments on this one. Frank Warren, Queensbury and the heavyweights. What's next? Bye for now.